my story starts, as most do, with two parents who love each other a whole lot and decide that they are crazy enough to bring a child into the world. So that is just what my parents did. After 4 years of being married, they had me, and I was adorable. I still am adorable, but I was especially adorable then, and my parents honestly couldn't get enough of me. My parents are really musical. That's how they met, and they brought me up to also be musical, and some of my earliest memories are singing with my parents. It's just kind of what we do. 4 years after I was born, my brother Ben was born. I really didn't like him. I was very used to the idea of being an only child, and he was a boy, which was gross, so I pushed him over a lot and pinched him, and it was just not good times. I am happy to say now, however, that we are really good friends, and I'm very glad that we are, because he's awesome. So it was about the time that my brother was born that I got my first cello. My parents say that I picked the cello, but I don't believe them. They just really wanted me to play it. The joke's on them, though, really, because they had to sit through years of me learning how to play the cello, and I can't imagine that a 5-year-old playing the cello would be the most glorious-sounding thing in the entire world. But they were champs, and they pushed through it, and that's a pretty good thing. So when I was 7, my sister came into the world. Her name is Sylvia, and she is adorable. I always liked Sylvia because she was born on my birthday, and also because she's a girl, and I like girls. They're not gross like boys. My family moved a lot in my early years. I went to 3 different elementary schools before we finally moved to North Carolina. Apparently, I have no idea what North Carolina looks like. That is besides the point. We moved to North Carolina, which is where I stayed for the rest of my childhood life, and I attended middle school there. My middle school wasn't really the best middle school, but I made some really good friends there. Friends that I still have to this day and have become my very closest friends, so I'm really grateful for that. Also in middle school, I started being really good at cello and actually caring about it and being more of a musician, which I think my parents were very grateful for. Eventually, I went to high school. High school was awful. So awful, in fact, that my mom pulled me out of it and decided to homeschool me. One of the perks of being homeschooled was that I was now able to cultivate my talents. I had much more time, so I spent a lot of time with my cello, and I also spent a lot of time on YouTube. I discovered Mika Kitty, and she super inspired me, and I wanted to make my own videos, and so I did, and thus started the downhill decline of Catherine and her social life. It was a really big deal when I got 5 views, guys. Really big deal. So one of my best friends, her name is Rachel, and she knew this really cute kid with glasses named Andrew, and she kept talking to me all the time about how we were so similar and how I would like him so much. So we decided to hang out, and it turns out I really did like him so much. One of the cool things about our relationship is that afterward he went home and stalked my YouTube, and that's kind of how he fell in love with me, was through my YouTube videos. Eventually I turned 18 and I decided to go to school out in Utah, so I packed up all my stuff and I moved out there, and Andrew was pretty cool and decided that he would move out there with me. When I first moved there, I lived in an apartment with my best friend Hannah, and we had a super adorable little turtle named Clem. He's basically the coolest. It didn't take too long for Andrew to decide that he really wanted to marry me, so in October of 2011, he proposed to me in a cute little park late at night, and I said yes. We were married on April 28th, 2012 in the Raleigh, North Carolina Temple of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It was one of the best days of my life, and has only been surpassed by all the days since marrying him. Well, that is way cheesy. Anyway, we currently live in Utah in an adorable little house, and yes, we have Clem. He's still the coolest. We currently attend Utah Valley University, where I am a cello performance major, and he is an English and communications major. I'm really grateful for the life that I've lived, and especially for all the people who have made it so worth living. I'm so excited to see where I go in the future, and I can't wait for you to come there with me.